just wondering if maybe Santa Claus is going to bring us lots and lots of toys this year.
Toys? Ha!
But then, you know, I really don't even want anything for Christmas this year.
There are a ton of Christmas-themed horror movies, so with the holidays fast approaching, I thought I'd share a couple of my favorite Christmas horror movies from the VHS era to help get you in the spirit without you resorting to watching something like Holidays in Handcuffs. I actually love Holiday in Handcuffs. It's remarkably unremarkable. Hello friends, it's Dan from Slashdance back again. It's been a while. It's been now a year since the album dropped. It is now on sale if you want to get it on vinyl. It is on all the streaming platforms. There's 2 music videos out we did over the last year for you kids that like the goth and industrial rock. Quick word of warning, there are going to be spoilers. We do retro here, so we're going to try to stick with the VHS era, and I'm going to do a mix of horror movies that all sort of have their own thing going for them. So, without further ado, let's start with 1980s You Better Watch Out, or as it's better known, Christmas Evil. The story begins with a young boy named Harry catching his mother in the act of being groped by Santa Claus. Fast forward 30-something years and Harry now works at a toy factory where his co-workers constantly disrespect him. The combination of everything I just told you in the last 15 seconds has led Harry on a descent into madness, and Harry having an unhealthy obsession with Santa Claus. He begins spying on the neighborhood kids and keeping records if they've been naughty or nice, and culminates with Harry dressed as Santa Claus going on a killing spree against his co-workers. You're gonna hear this more than once in this video, but the ending to this movie is incredible. In the film's dramatic conclusion, Harry finds out that the man groping his mom was actually his father, proceeds to punch his brother in the face, drive through an angry mob, and then take flight off a cliff. John Waters described this as the greatest Christmas movie ever made, to the point where he has his own commentary track on the DVD. And finally, if none of this has you sold, maybe you just want to see the mom from Home Improvement slap her child for ruining her one night out.
I've had all I'm going to take from you.
There's something horrible in there. Ow!
Now you get in the car. Go on. You would ruin my one night out.
Probably my favorite film in this video is the next one, 1989's Elves. They aren't working for Santa anymore.
You pervert! I'm not a pervert. I like seeing naked girls.
I'm your fucking sister.
Yeah, and you've got fucking big tits, and I'm gonna tell everybody I saw 'em.
A group of valley girls led by Kirsten steal one of Grandpa's occult books and head out to the woods to perform some kind of ritual because they hate Christmas so much. This accidentally summons an elf that starts terrorizing Kristen's brother and killing the mall Santa.
Santa said oral.
This leaves a vacancy for a mall Santa, which is filled by alcoholic ex-cop Mike McGavin, played by Dan Haggerty, aka TV's Grizzly Adams. Grizzly's been kicked out of his trailer and sneaks into the mall at night for a place to sleep, while Kirsten also sneaks into the mall so her and her friends can party with boys.
No way. Way.
No way.
Way.
I said no way.
Whatever.
Everybody's happy with this arrangement until the elf and a shadowy group of Nazis show up. Now, history would have you believe that Hitler was trying to create a race of pure-blood Aryan supermen, but apparently what he was actually trying to do was create a master race of half-human, half-elf hybrids, so put that on your shelf. Kirsten's grandfather was a key member of this Nazi occult plot, and due to inbreeding, also happens to be Kirsten's father, making her the last pureblood Aryan virgin on the planet, so presumably the elf wants to mate with her.
She is the most important person on Earth. From her will grow the new order.
Thankfully, the lovable old war criminal has an elf stone back at the house, and with the help of Grizzly Adams, kill the elf, burn down the forest, and live happily ever after. That is, until the movie ends on a photo of a fetus, leaving the door wide open for a Nazi elf master race sequel. So as is obligatory, if you like what you're seeing, if you like seeing a guy dressed like Schroeder from Peanuts talking about neo-Nazi elf experiments, I'd super appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button so we can see each other again in the future. Tales from the Third Dimension is a 1984 horror comedy anthology, the third of which is the absolutely bonkers Killer Granny segment, Visions of Sugar Plums. 80's mom and dad need to go on vacation to Hawaii, so they leave their two kids in the care of their grandmother, which seems pleasant enough until after a couple of days, grandma runs out of medication and starts to go off the rails. At first, she's just like making a mess at the dinner table, spinning in circles in her chair, but this all escalates to more serious and awesome things like trying to make the little boy toast on the edge of the bathtub while he's in it. And once again, another incredible ending. This whole segment is like 30 minutes and the last 10 are bananas. After a couple days without her pills, Grandma is totally off her rocker and starts chasing the kids around with a shotgun in her wheelchair and starts shooting the holy heck out of the entire house in one of the most wonderfully chaotic things put to film. And if that's not enough, just when things are at their most dire, who comes to the kids' rescue? Santa Claus! Not a dude dressed as Santa Claus, but actual friggin' Santa Claus who uses his magic chimney powers to launch Grandma into space as the kids contemplate the trauma that they're going to have to deal with for the rest of their lives. If you have 30 minutes, like, it's on YouTube. Watch it, you'll love it. And finally, we're going to end on the ultimate horror movie classic. It's almost so obvious that I didn't put it on, but then I thought, you know, not everybody who watches this is going to be like a VHS horror movie aficionado, and they just, you know, maybe they don't know. So this is for them.
Don't do it! Don't kill yourself!
No more bullets.
You've probably seen the meme. It's still one of the greatest. It is Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 is unsurprisingly a sequel to Silent Night, Deadly Night, except you don't even really need to watch the first one because the first 40 minutes of part 2 is just reused footage from the original with just a bit of new stuff thrown in to make the younger brother seem like a bigger part of part 1 than he actually was. Billy and Ricky are sent to an orphanage run by a nun by the name of Mother Superior after their father is killed by a criminal in a Santa suit. The criminal also attempts to sexually assault the boy's mother and ultimately slashes her throat. Billy, haunted by this experience, spends the original movie punishing anyone he deems naughty, i.e. anything that reminds him of what happened, i.e. pretty much anyone having sex, consensual or not. After recapping this for the first 40 minutes of the movie, the now adult Ricky leads a more or less normal life until one day an encounter with his girlfriend's ex-boyfriend unlocks his childhood trauma and pushes him over the edge.
I said, that's enough. Listen, bud. That's what she said when I fucked her brains out backseat of old Red here.
After killing her ex, as well as his own girlfriend for having a life before she met him, he steals a gun from a security guard and goes on an incredibly memorable rampage, which peaks at the frankly scarlet I don't give a damn of Christmas horror movies.
Garbage Day!
Huh? No!
After an arrest and escape, He kills the Salvation Army Santa Claus and sets out to do what his brother failed to accomplish, and that is kill Mother Superior. Ricky succeeds in decapitating her and further succeeds in traumatizing absolutely everyone before being killed himself, as we close on more leftover footage from part 1. Who doesn't like a happy ending? If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you really like it, hit the subscribe button. I thank you for watching. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. I love y'all, and I'll talk to you next time.